Okay, let me just quickly check the audio levels are okay. From what I can see, that looks about right. Cool. Big fan. Let's get this road on the show then. As I usually do, start on the character select screen and then immediately back out because I forget what I'm doing. Cool. I have got my setup correct. Let's just do a standard casual stage mode on the stage. Yeah, let's use the strange seafood soup, that's fine. It's on because I've been doing my stage 1 endless runs, but no harm in keep on using it for this. Hello, thank you. So, to remind myself of IRyS' skills. Oh yes, I don't have them all of course because I'm just first level of fandom. 10% chance to heal and create a shockwave. Oh, IRyS has a shockwave thing kind of similar to Fubuki. So the headphone should be a good get for this as well. So then she'll have 2 forms of shockwave. Let's take the Candy Kingdom sweets out. I need damage right now. No thanks, Kusukaki Shackles. Let's take Nephilim Blast level 3, sure. Let's just get the real OP attack up quicker, faster, shall we? You know what, for a change, let's actually take Focus Shades. I mean, of course I have other weapons on, but let's get a little bit primary attack focused on this one. And I will continue to make Nephilim Blast super strong. There we go. Let's remove Holobomb and get Halley 3 on the go. Then let's get rid of Ascoco, shall we? I will continue to grab the primary attack. There is still weapon slots, I would like to get them at some point. I don't know what I want to grab for this. I'm thinking Idol Super collab for this. Nah, let's get the super strong stuff super quick. I tend to these days use the passives as a last minute I need to have a different option thing rather than go out of my way for them. Let's take Beelduck, sure. It's got a modifier on it already. Let's take a potato, sure. Let's get rid of this and go. Let's go Nightly Milk. I would like to grab it while I can. I'll take the next level of that, sure. There we go. Then I'll eliminate the Ian curse actually. And here comes the special again. Definitely not face mask right now, but I will take whammy water. I've become attached to the Frozen Sea collab. I use it a lot in my endless runs, so for sure it's becoming a part of my. Would repertoire make sense? Yeah, it's becoming a staple part of my repertoire for my standard gear, I suppose. Got no better way of phrasing it right now. Ta-da. Oh, while I'm here, I forgot to do what I have been doing lately. IRyS's... Oh. Type. Hold on, what's going on? Apologies for a moment. It's because I forgot to do what I've been doing lately and been putting a... Oh, it's just... Oh yeah, of course, it's not here. So I can't really put it in. I'll just put... Until I get a goo message at some point, if and when it happens, I'll pin this. Yeah. I'm trying to remember to do stuff like that now. As much as I can. Let's take whammy water, sure. I need to figure out if there's a way for me to be able to pin a message without actually writing a message, because it just feels intrusive. I suppose I have to write the message. Ah, hello, Calc. Nice to see you. Hope you is goo. How is your day going? I decided tonight would be a later stream because I've just been out playing badminton. There we go, that's a more important message I can pin. Nice. Yeah, I've just been out playing badminton with the lads. So if I sound a little out of breath, it's because we finished on a game of round robin. Which is just, you hit to the other side of the net, and then everybody rotates round. You sort of have to try and run for the shuttlecock to keep the rally going. I mean, and of course before that we'd just done, 50 minutes of badminton as well. So, I have done my dues for the day in terms of exercise, I suppose. Whatever. Gotta say though, I made quite a few bad plays today, which was a bit pooey. You feel like there's a way to do it without writing that you have no idea how to do it. You know what, Calc? Not a problem, that's something I need to figure out. To be fair. That's my responsibility after all. It's just the only reason why I was mentioning it is because it feels weird when I forget to put something in before anybody else is here, like i.e. when I start. So when I write it like 5 minutes in, I feel, oh, that's a bit awkward. But to be fair, To be fair, the minute that you come in, I replace it to be your message anyway. Which will probably happen for some time until other people comment / I think of something better to do. Not complaining, I promise. I'm just stating it as a matter of fact. I am so slow, what's up? I mean, I know I get less modifiers from not having the fandom, but that's just awkwardly low. I want to head for that anvil, but there's a lot of enemies there and I am at low health AF. Let's get hope. Oh no, I need the haste stamp. I got no health in which to... yeah. That was just bad. Let's go again. Oh yeah, I've been working on my high scores, Calg. I'll show it off at some point. I'm hitting a few more double-digit stage 1s, so I'm getting there. I would also like to take back my words. I made a very bold claim the other day, saying that I could, without any mastery points at all, run Mel and probably get double-digit score. I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. The fact that you get all 9 passive skills at the beginning and the extra stats when you've got maxed out fandom, very important. You miss a lot of setup when you're having to catch it up. So I very much revoke my words and deeds. If you're using the projectile up stamp with IRyS and her 6 main weapon stronger than the Awakened one without using anvil boots. Really? Did I use plushie with Mel? Yes, I used plushie with Mel. Most of my endurance runs involve plushie Calc. It's part of my strategy. You know, that's a really good message to pin for anyone that comes in to see it. That's actually tutorial stuff. If you're using the projectile up stamp with her level 6 main weapon, but it's stronger than her Awakened one without using anvil boosts. But why? Surely you get... oh, do they replace the Rush is the worst item with Melanendus mode, really? Oh. It's like core to my strategy with everyone else. That's why I was using it. I will take your words as gospel. And next time, I did have a plan to how I wanted to adapt a Mel strategy, so I'll work on it at some point. That will be after I've got Mel to Gachikoi though. As I say, I kind of want to get people to Gachikoi, then try and do Endless with them. I now understand better the wording on the fandom and how it does the stuff, so... little tidbit, I suppose. Let's continue to take some extra setup, because I just died from not being well set up before I Halo 5'd it. I still want to go Halo 5. We're set. I'm not going to, like, eliminate it or anything. I just need the weapon set up. I assume that the reason why the level 6 is stronger without anvil boost is because it splits the damage between all the projectiles when you use multiple. Would be my assumption. Oh yeah, I've got the greed stamp on. I was wondering why I was getting so many coins. Let's take cutting board. I want to collab it. It's a weapon I've stopped using the collab of for a while. I want to do plus curse this time. Although I do like the flattening board as well. I definitely think with the bouncy board is the worst collab of the cutting board. The other two are so much better. I mean, it will never be on the same level as ASCII, because I don't think anyone is. But IRyS could be a pretty good gold gainer with her multiple projectiles and the greed stamp. I feel like that could definitely be an earner. I mean, I've not needed gold for quite some time though. Coins are irrelevant, but still. I wonder if I'm sure someone in the HoloCure Holo community has set up, because there's no leaderboard for it. I'm sure someone set up a money challenge where there's like an internal high score for who's got the most amount of gold in a stage run or an endless run. That'd be a really cool concept. Just a competition to see how much gold is gained. So, spider cooking, yes please. I will go with the tiers. I would like haste stamp, projectile up stamp, and flexi pick. Let's take damage negation. Yeah, that makes sense, Galg. However, let's get some anvil boosts to make the awakened one more useful. Of course, I don't mean the awakened one like up for Ina, I mean just, of course, the awakened version of the attack. Yeah, I'll continue getting passives, even though I should have taken the spider cooking there. Spider cooking was the correct choice. And there, the correct choice was enchanting her weapon, but just because Kaug specifically pointed out the without anvil boost thing, I want to do an anvil boost. Versus level 6 main weapon with 2 projectiles has a natural weapon damage of 15.96. Damn. That is a big difference in damage there. Well, let's take the super chat time for a change. Wow. So there's damage delta, right, so 18 times 2.5 is 45. 15.96 times 6 is 95 point... Well, it's just like 0.24 less than 96. So 95.74, right? That's a big difference in damage. When you put it like that, Calc, that definitely makes sense. In terms of why not to take it. But with more Nephilim blasts, so I get more money. So let's do that. I mean, I've already done it. I can't undo it. The damage has been done. But it's a very noticeable difference for sure. Study glasses? Why not? I think I'm want to continue scaling my weapons rather than Halo. For the moment. Have plenty of time to get Halo 5 here. After this one I should be Oshi level with IRyS, which will make things slightly more comfortable to run Halo 5 sooner. But I think it's just this one I need to get the appropriate amount of fandom points to my memory when I last looked. I looked the other day for some reason. Meh. See, I was close. I said 7-4, but that's because I had the wrong numbers in my head. Wrong way round. Sorry, I thought I had level 2 stamp. Stupid. Let's take another level of Harry now. And I'll swap the stamp. Bigger attacks means more money because it will hit more objects. More enemies, I suppose. Damn, look at all the explosions. That is a lot of explodies. Half of that wasn't even me attacking, that was just the thing there. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I was watching Calgarot. I'm sure you saw the actual live stream, but I was watching one of the Clipper channels. Seems Pecoro's been playing Five Nights at Freddy's recently. Unfortunately, I didn't watch too much of the video, but I watched enough to get an idea. Pecoro's funny. So I'm sure that more of the holomems will be playing Five Nights at Freddy's. And then Fauna mentioned she wanted to play RuneScape. And apparently Nerissa has suggested it as well. So they've got quite a few things on the horizon at the moment, it seems. which is pretty cool. Raina's played it as well. Oh, I like watching footage from Raina. I should check Raina's footage as well then. But I'm sure the rest of the HoloMens will be playing it too, because I understand that Cover Corp get the rights, they get the permissions for the games for X amount of time or whatever, and then all the members play it while they can, kind of thing. So I'm sure we'll get. Oh no, Miko playing Five Nights at Freddy's. she's not gonna like it. I want to see Coronet play Five Nights. I think she'd be the most nonchalant of the lot. Or Ogyu. Ogyu would be pretty fun to watch playing it as well. I mean, they all would, let's be honest. I don't need to point out the distinctions of this person and that person, they're all great. But, you know what I mean, sometimes there's specific people for one of those different strokes for different folks kind of jobbies. Yeah, Miko plus horror equals question mark, question mark, question mark. Or Crony. Crony with her guacs. Getting all scared over Five Nights. Poor Crony. To be honest, Five Nights is a game I wouldn't play because I was never good with horror games, or scary games. It just surprises me that my cousins used to watch the footage years ago, and at the time they were like 5, 6 or whatever, and I was just like, you're tiny children, what are you doing watching a friggin' horror game where the friggin' robots kill people and put people in like suits? It's a crazy world out there. And then what's even worse nowadays, yeah, I'm the same cloud. I'm fine with, I don't even mind watching like Five Nights at Freddy's videos on YouTube. But me actually actively playing the game, I don't think I'd do. Like, look at my, I'll admit, it's super crappy. But if you look at my, when you look at my super crappy, Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion video, which is very poorly done, by the way, because I've got to even resize it properly. But I was just like, go away, go away, go away throughout the whole thing. It was a very, it's weird, because there's only really scary games that get me super spooked these days. I used to be a proper scaredy cat of everything, but nowadays it's just like games, I think, more than anything. Then again, I did used to suffer a lot with nightmares growing up. I major suffered from nightmares, so that's why I don't like scary things. I've got better over the years, but like I say, I can watch scary movies and stuff, but some still put me a little on edge. But games, because it's me in the... I think the thing is with games, and I think most people will say the same, because you feel closer to the action again, because you are controlling the character. Now, a lot of horror games survival horror games do the right thing, and they give you nothing to fend back with. So you are helpless in the situation, which is what gives it the suspense and scariness. But yeah, as I say, that's just why I just don't tend to play scary games. Because I used to suffer from nightmares. Also, if you remember, back in the days of... Really? I need to take off this Halo stuff, I think. You had a bunch of small nightmares in a row. Ah, so when you go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep, wake up. That sucks. Yeah, that was bad play. I hate that when I stream this game it also goes slideshow mode, so it makes it really difficult to actually move, because it just... Right, for now let's put the pufferfish on. Auto cook. Yeah, it's annoying constantly going to sleep, waking up when you're trying to go to sleep. Right. Let's go again, but let's change the map this time. Let's go stage 1 hard. So yeah. See, this is more like how it's supposed to run. But I think I said either the last time or the time before I streamed this game, I said I don't want to use Halo when I stream because it just goes super laggy. I might have said that. I might be imagining it. I think I said that I didn't want to use Halo in anything beyond stage 3. There's just so many enemies and it just goes so slow it's hard to sort of react properly. I think? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Yes, HYRYS. I forgot to ask you what costume you wanted, but I'll just donate through the costumes. To be honest. Alternate through the costumes, alternate through the stages. Let's get early study glasses. Sounds good. You like the darker colours of the original design? Yeah, fair enough. Oops, wrong one. I don't have the money. I forgot about that. Don't recommend picky with IRyS. Yeah, it's an item I used to love, and you'd see me pick it up a lot. And nowadays I'm like, meh. I think part of the thing is that I'm trying to pick items that aren't necessarily just straight up stat boosts. Because I prefer things that have got quirky modifiers, you know, like you can't get damage reduction when you level up. Speak of the devil. Picky Picky does not affect the bomb stamp because it goes off your base damage. It goes off your base damage, right? So it doesn't take any modifiers into account. It's just off your base weapons attack. Would make sense then. So yeah, at the moment my I think I mentioned before that I'm really getting enamoured with the research coat. So I'm growing attached to research coat. As I say, stuff like I love the body pillow. I love the body pillow breastplate combo. Body pillow breastplate and membership actually. Like that's 60 damage. That's 60% damage reduction there. It's just so nice. And then you play as Coronet and just get another 20% from endurance. And then, like, you just laugh at damage. Which is pretty fun. Yeah, that's the thing, it depends on the damage calculations. What you're saying makes sense. I understand how damage calculations can affect on different things. It's like, one of the best examples I like to give about damage calculators is, well, someone else pointed out how it works, and then I thought it was a really interesting example to give people. In Divinity Original Sin 2, for instance, probably also in Original Sin, but how the damage modifier works means that when you play necromancy spells, you actually want points in warfare, because the spells are physical and warfare comes early in the damage calculation as a multiplier. So you get more from the point of warfare than you do from points of, say, necromancer. It's very cool how stuff like that works. Or it's like how I mentioned before about Civ 5 and the Temple of Artemis wonder being part of the calculation pre-food consumption, whereas other stuff is done post-consumption. I mean, the thing is that I give random examples. There's so many video games out there with such cool. A lot of games use like base versions of things, but there's a lot of things, a lot of quirky calculations out there that people don't think about or know about it, actually. And I'm not trying to be elitist on that either. I know I'm very ignorant to stuff like that sometimes, or a lot of the time. So I'm not saying it to be, look at me, I'm just saying general purpose. Whew. Oh yeah, and when we were playing badminton earlier, I took my squash rackets as well. You can actually play badminton okay with a squash racket. It's difficult to reach, you know, like, to get like reach shots, but for hitting the shuttlecock, it's actually pretty good. Just don't try the reverse, you'll never be able to hit a squash ball with a badminton racket. I didn't try because I didn't want to break my badminton rackets, but yeah, it would do damage. For sure. But if you're going to go racket sports, I recommend squash over badminton. I think for me it goes squash, badminton, tennis. Just saying. I know I've backtracked around to an earlier conversation and I apologise for that. But, you know, tangents. Nothing wrong with a good tangent here and there. I'm not taking Hallow. I'm sorry, but I've already explained the reasons why. Yes, you mentioned that IRyS used to be like super mega strong, busted broken, and now she's been brought back down with the nerf, not just a nerf bat, it was a nerf cannon, which is a shame. In terms of, it's a shame I never got to play IRyS back when she was completely busted. I still think regardless of nerfs, she's a very good character. There's some characters I'm becoming more attached to, but I always thought IRyS was a good character. Of course, when I say IRyS being a character, of course I mean game context depending. The most and the hardest. When it rains it pours, huh? And yet she's still... I would say IRyS is probably in the upper 50% still, right? I think that's about where I'd put IRyS as a character. So it's funny to see that nerfs. This train has no brakes. Essentially. Oh yeah, after this one, I'll show you some high school stuff. And I suppose we could look at the IRyS high schools as well, of course. Something I said that I should be doing more when we... IRyS is still near the top, you say? See, while objectively she may be, I feel like there's certain playstyles of characters I think could be seen as stronger than IRyS. But if you just want to go unga bunga this person and just hit hard, yeah. For sure. There's some characters that I think are good and fun, but unfortunately not as strong as they should be. For example, I think Bay is a little weak. Before, when I first played her, I was like, whoa, she's so OP. Unfortunately, I think that she's weaker than I initially gave her credit for, as an example. In my opinion. I think her ult is bonkers. I think everything outside of that, she's just... something about playing her doesn't feel quite as strong. In example. Don't get me wrong, I love playing as Bay, and she's cool, but... unfortunately, some characters are just always designed more balanced than others. Is the sad truth of the matter? Yeah, I think that might be part of my issue with that Calg. I like sustain. I very heavily value sustain. The fact that's becoming more and more apparent the more I do endless runs, quite honestly. Some people's innate kit just aren't built for that kind of thing. Yeah, you've said Zeta's probably the weakest, which is fair enough. That's the thing, back to my comment about 2 minutes ago. Some characters are more balanced than others. Unfortunately. Applies both for the good and for the bad. Let's eliminate Sake. I'll tell you what as well, Cal, I think Callie's great, but I was super jealous of Callie when I saw that she's released a song with Kana Hanazawa. Of all people. Literally my favourite voice actress that I've been following for 12, 13 years. And then I see a picture of Kana on her feed and I'm like, holy. So I'm well pleased for Callie. As I say, Kana Hana is just my favourite VA, just full stop. Although Christina V is also very, very close to Kana Hana. But yeah. That's the thing, if you're the main weapon not being satisfying is one thing, yeah, sure, that's fair enough, that's a subjective thing, but the fact that she objectively lacks synergy in her kit, is not good. When you've got parts of your kit that pull apart, you don't have... Like, some kits are really well coordinated in this game. Look at Fubuki. I think Fubuki's got one of the most coordinated sets of kit in the game. Everything's about getting speed and then getting crit chance and then getting speed and then getting attack off speed. Such as is kind of a bit everywhere, as you say. It's partly why I'm not a big fan of a lot of the... It's partly why I'm not a big fan of the people with companions, or, you know, some of them are okay and some of them aren't great, because, yeah, sure, they're thematic for the idol, the VTuber. In terms of the game point, it feels like having the like companion just is like a disconnect in the kit sometimes. Is how I'll word it. Try and make my point try to make sense, I suppose. I don't know, it kind of makes sense in my head, is what I'll pretend to say. Sure, focus shades. Right, now I've actually had a run that gets to 10 minutes. Jeez. Oh, hello. Hello, Watson. Your turn. I think they nerf, well, not nerf, but I think they downgrade the amount of hit points the 10-minute bosses have compared to when they're in the normals. Like, the Fubuki and the Watson feel like they just got destroyed a lot quicker than when I go against them on their own in the stage 1. I feel like they make the hit points less because they put them all in at the same time. Unless I'm wrong, that's just that you scale harder because, I don't know, reasons. I don't know. I'm babbling. Do a little more haste. I'm holding out for a haste stamp till the end of the night. Was that the other day we were referencing? Fubuzilla has more, small army has less. Interesting. I thought something didn't quite feel right, especially with Watson. Interesting to know. Maybe they do it so that they're evened out. Because of course, Fubuzilla being the regular 10-minute boss, to put it in at 10 minutes hard, they just need to rescale it up appropriately. Would make sense, in a way. But yeah, was it The other day we were joking around with Shrek. Was that me and you? Or was I talking to someone else about? Fairly certain it was us, right? Because you made you said something about you made a comment about holding on to something funny pun at the time that I can't remember now because it's been too much time. Oh yes, it was you because I quoted Shrek is love, didn't I? And then I watched it. That's right, it was us because you were making me laugh, and then I after I finished stream I literally searched up Shrek is love and rewatched it because it's so good. My dad sees me and calls me a fair cigarette. He was just jealous of my devotion to Shrek. I called him a, well, female reproduction part. Oh dear. Such a good video. It really is. And then last night I found... I think I've spoke about Peppa Pig edits. I was doing more surfing on Mega YTP, and I found probably the funniest one. So this morning I had to link it to my sister. Or I think I bothered her at like 11 o'clock last night, one of the two. Time frame doesn't matter. Yes! That's it! You remembered what you said. Yes! Yes, that's it. Totally, Calg. You remember more than I do, mate. P-brain over here. That's right. As I said, I remembered it was funny at the time. Because a lot of jokes are you had to be there, aren't they? Let's be honest. Which is the thing about jokes. A lot of it's contextual, I suppose, or things that make you laugh, even if it's not necessarily jokes. So I'm thinking... I mean, I know this isn't to do with IRyS, but I'm thinking maybe we do something tomorrow about this time. I'll throw out feelers for maybe another Jackbox session. This will be a better time now for the Americans. Such as yourself. So there might be a few more people than last time where we waited for like a little while and I sort of was like, well, that's it. But yeah. I'll think about making some more categories on Drawful. But I think most of my day tomorrow will be continuing to review my footage. Because I've finally finished the Path of Exile playthrough. So now I'm going back watching the footage. I've got my little notepad and I'm making timestamps for all the clips for when it comes to editing purposes, which is going to be good. I'm looking forward to making the videos. IRyS Maker weapon is being used with... Why does the heart have to cover the words? Just ever so slightly. IRyS Awaken weapon is best when used with a bomb stamp and anvil boosts. Well, let's keep on the bomb stamp. Yeah, you know what? It's in the friggin' way. I'm gonna click it too. You think you're clicking it? I'm clicking it too. But yeah. Because I have to, I can't, I see what you've written as IRyS Awaken weapon is bruh used with the bomb stamp, so I had to kind of do a weird scrolling motion. That's more a me problem than anything, I suppose. Skill issue? Maybe. Almost definitely. But in the words of Darkside Phil, it's not my fault, I did everything right. Hey, bruh. Bruh indeed. I know it's boring without having Halo. After this we can go and do a smaller stage and use Halo. As mentioned, I don't want to do anything lower, or sorry, harder than regular stage 2, just because of the lag more than anything. Game goes choppy as heck. Let's get more anvil boost for IRyS Awakened Meppen. Hold on, what did I just say? Awakened Meppen. Meppen's a place in Germany, right? Why am I saying Meppen? Word issue. I love speech impediments, man. Dyslexia rules KO. Get rid of the reverse stamp here. So, before I left the house to go and play badminton with the boys, I thought to myself, when I get back home, I've got the scope tonight to a really long stream. Stay up till goodness knows when in the morning. Now I've played badminton, and I think I accidentally overdosed on Happy Pills today. I think I took one extra. I took one this afternoon because I didn't think I took one this morning, but I think I've double dosed. It's all catching up to me now. Not gonna lie. So we shall see how quickly my fall off is. Hint, probably almost immediately. Not saying it for sympathy. I'm not saying it for sympathy, I'm just saying as a matter of fact. That's the thing, I don't know if you ever have taken them, Cav, or I don't know if you ever will take them, but if ever you take antidepressants, be careful of your dosages, because it really gives you fatigue. Or at least I find that's the side effect that gives me the highest affliction. So whenever anybody comes along with the world's smallest violin, they can happily play it for me after that set of statements. Pity party over. Well, I wanted it to be a pity party. I love watching all the crit numbers from focus shades and the constant Pecora stamp procs and the main weapon attacks. It's really nice. Just weapon, just numbers everywhere. I mean, if I'm going to play with the numbers on, we may as well embrace them, right? It is, in a way, satisfying to see it all go off. That's why it's kind of nice to play with the Candy Kingdom sweets. You just see so many procs. Ah yes, a sapling in a tree, as it should be. No legs here. That would be cursed, right? The dot from focus shades is not affected by focus shades itself. Yeah, that makes sense. Because the dots are the proc. It's which are fueled by the attack. However, if the dots are procced off my innate crit chance, I'm at 52% already. I picked up focus shades here for the, well, one for something different because we have an idol with multi projectile weapon for change, and two because if I've got 100% crit, it will always work. Considering the weapon is conditional for if you crit, so even if I had 100% crit, focus shades would be a good pick. Would be my thoughts on the matter in this context. Well, you know, not like an amazing pick, but a decently fun pick for something different. Feels a little bit gimmicky, but that's because at the moment my head has been survival focused. So if it doesn't benefit me on survival mode, I've sort of been omitting it. Not gonna lie. I may have also mentioned this in a previous idle day, but if I do any endless modes on stream, they won't be for the real score. They'll just be to mix it up from a regular stage. Dot is not ranged from moisture, so it does not get increased crit chance from focus shades. Yeah, that makes sense. Totally makes sense. But they're a completely different form of damage, like you're saying. But it's a shame that focus shades are a weapon that are very context heavy and that only work for about 60% of the talents. And I don't mean as in, oh, it's viable, I mean as in, because there's so many melee based characters that the weapon literally doesn't work. Whereas most other items you can, you know, argue uses. You literally can't use focus. Wasn't there something I picked up focus shades on and I was using them as melee, but like it was so it wouldn't have procced them? I think there was something I accidentally did focus shades with the other week. I don't know. I can pretend I remember, if I'm honest. Oh, excuse me, apologies. There's not many melee weapons. So no, I could have sworn like 30% of the talents. Out of 38, I thought it was something like 9. Maybe. Actually, I think we can just pretty much count them out, can't we? So... Goobis, Wawa, Callie, anybody else on that top row? Cronies you said counts as range, so not crony. Second row. Babuki makes 4. Mel 5, even though Mel's third row. I'm kind of skipping. Okuyus, no sorry, Coronis 6. I'm going out of order now because I can't remember. Yofi 7. Kobo is right. I've never played as Kobo, but I'm fairly certain her umbrella is a melee one. Kyla. Yeah, there seems to be about 8 or so. Like you say, it's not a very high proportion. And you're the one with the knowledge. I'm sure some of them I mentioned, they look me, but they aren't. That there's some weird mechanics that I have no idea what to do with their weapons. I mean, I'm fairly confident with my Wawa on that fact. Also, speaking of, how about Kiara's new outfit? There are 17 melee main weapons if you can't count Miko's. Really? Wow. I'm bad at counting, aren't I? That's good to know. I knew that it was slightly. I knew it was range dominant, but I didn't realise it was quite that close. To be honest. Here comes Bay. Come on, chop him. There we go. God, look at all them numbers. I understand most of them are small numbers from the focus shades, but they're still cool. God, the spray of the misses there as well. It's like machine gun damage. It's literally death by 1,000 cuts over here. I don't know about you, but I personally generally prefer lots of little attacks over one big attack when I play with certain things. Other than Monster Hunter, I love using the Greatsword. Don't know where you stand on that argument in terms of the damage race. Burst damage versus DPS. Nice. So yeah, leaderboard. Let's have a look at IRyS's leaderboard first. Let's go from regular stage 1. Let's see what IRyS is made of. Only the secondary attacks are ranged except from Kiara's. Fair enough. What was that? Fair enough.
Yes, my voice is very deep today.
Yeah. Do I spy a Calgarot on any of the top 10s in with IRyS? This is the question. Are we going to see Thunderdick or whatever his name is? Oh, you're the type that does. Yeah, that's true. That you should be flexible based on the game. But I'm speaking in a general sense. Was more my question. But I do not spy a Calgarot in the top 10. So yeah, let's see here. Back from Watson. So I haven't really done anything with Watson. I've got Goobus up to nearly double digits. Ina I've not tried yet. Wawa, I'm 53rd and 54th by the way. I find two very, look at the difference in them. Absolutely nothing in them scores. Haven't done anything with Callie. I'm 250 with Crony now. You didn't actually got a few other top 10 slots. Cool. I need to try Mooms. Sana, I'm still 57th. I need to retry Fubuki. Mio, I'll do when I get Gachikoi. Okuyu, I'm still 37th. Oh no, before I was 50 something, weren't I? So, oh yeah, I got a better score by the way. Okuyu's now 37th. Coroner, I boosted myself up to 74th. Oh, sorry if that was a weird sound there. I accidentally knocked my glass against my phone. Sorry. But yeah, Coroner's up to 74th. Aski, nah, I need to try again. Sorry, it's Sora, not Aski. Aski I haven't tried. Noroboko. Yeah, I think that's mostly it. Most of the others, as mentioned, will be when I get Gachikoi with them. So yeah, I'm slowly getting there. Not like major or anything, but it's looking good. Right, so IRyS. Oh yes, and I've fully worked out. I now understand this fully with the randoms now. So you get all the stats that they mention: hit points, attack, and speed, and then it's 3 of the random what I refer to as passives. I now understand this fully. So you start with level 3 in all 3 of your character skills, and you get them stats. And then, of course, actually 3 of the random skills out of 9, and these stats. I now understand it. It's like I've learned Calc. It's like I've observed information and tracked it. Ooh, so I've played with, so this is the only alt skin I haven't used yet. Let's go Holo Office. It's not been trophied and it's low enough for Halo to be viable. Based on performance levels. So yeah, I want to try messing around more with... Yeah, level 1. Level 1 from each skill. Oh! It's level 1 from each skill! Oh, cow. That's even better news. Okay, you're onto something there. My brother in Christ, you have cracked the code. Yes. Now I've been doing... As mentioned, now I've been doing the endless mode runs more, I now truly appreciate your words that when you respect them on that, when you said before, for endless you need to be Gachikoi. Like, it's pertinent. It really makes a difference. The ramp up between each fandom level is just insane. Both from you'll set up earlier in the game, and you don't have to put valuable level points in them. Let's go this. I'll do a primary weapon only run at some point. And yes, I'm not really focusing on collabs right now. I'm just kind of grabbing skills that are cool. But I feel next is a primary weapon only run. Show off what IRyS's Nephilim beams are truly capable of, or whatever. While a lot of the other stage songs are grown on me, this one's still my favourite. Like, this one still holds true as my favourite. Even though I do quite like Stage 3 Hard's one is growing on me more. Yeah, Stage 3 Hard's one is growing on me more. And I've always said that Stage 2 Hard was also good. You use full meal for hyper offensive runs in 0.3 because you got 2 to 4 extra levels. Really? What, did it used to come with experience as part of the deal, or is it just because your loadout was, say, the characters you were using was more viable for that playstyle? I actually want to try using full meal as part of one of my endless strategies, honestly. I have ideas cooking. Come on, I want Halo. I know I'm not using the seafood. Oh yeah, because of course. Yeah. In the past I've attempted hardcore endless runs with face masks for that precise reason. Sorry, cow. Yeah. Dodoy. I was not thinking. I apologise. Yeah, this weapon's so much more fun when you just yeet the beams around. just let them go off in random directions of just archaic direction. It's the you can't predict where my attacks will be coming from because I don't know where they're coming from strategy. Let's take Super Chat time out. Give me Halu. Still no Halu, huh? So glass is short. Case stamp, love it. I don't like case stamp. Oh no. I love it. Oh man, Dreadlock Holiday by 10cc is just such a good song. I don't like cricket. Oh no. I love it. Right, projectile up, Sam. Stop going on about Dreadlock Holiday. Actually, no, why should I stop going on about it? I love music. I just remember there was a Flash game called... Now, it was a kid with a skull as a head. And he had a chainsaw. And you had to chainsaw through an office and stuff. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was just called like Chainsaw Boy or something. And it used Dreadlock Holiday. But the instrumental version, so like no lyrics, as its background thing. And the game sort of stuck out for me because of the music. Well, you're, you know, sawing people in half, but minor details. Maybe you know what Flash game I'm talking about. It's actually it was a pretty good one actually. I mean, it wasn't like Duck Life or Shadow of the Warrior tier, but it was good for how short it was. Come on, give me Alu. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's not like it's not an unfortunate thing. Maybe you're blessed by not knowing it. As I say, I'm just going back in time to older Flash games for no reason, because that's where we were at tonight. that's where the journey of this evening has taken me. Come on, give me Bomb Stamp. Actually, no, let's not do Bomb Stamp this one. We'll use Bomb Stamp next one. Yeah, we'll try and find a video to show you what the game is, but fairly certain that, sure, somebody might have made the video on it, but I'm fairly certain that me showing that video would be a bit too gory, even though it's a kid's Flash game. Oh, do you remember, I think it was called Tank Wars, and like, you'd be on like, it looked a little like a real low-res version of like Worms, but you were like in a tank. Then you could like arc your shots and have different bullet types. I think it was just called Tank Wars. That game was awesome. I used to play that one a lot. It's a shame a lot of Flash games are no longer available, just due to the nature of the games never having a ported version. I do know of all the goated Flash games that you can buy Swords and Sandals on Steam. I think you get the whole lot, like Swords and Sandals through to 6, and Swords and Sandals Conquerors or Crusaders or whatever. Maybe I get Swords and Sandals collection. when we do swords and sandals at some point. That was a solid game. That's true nostalgia hype. Yeah, that'd be fun. Plus I only played Swords and Sandals 1 and 2, and I think a little bit of 3, but not much. So yeah, that might be a thing. Swords and Sandals marathon. There's Hallow. Maybe I do it tomorrow. Maybe I just buy it and do it tomorrow. Just do like a super long one. And I promise I won't overdose, and I'll try and keep, or I'll have like an afternoon nap, keep myself awake, so we can run like Swords and Sandals. Ooh. I said Jackbox. Oh, I don't know. It really is a soliloquy, isn't it? I know I said no to Bomb Stamp, but I changed my mind. EXP gain is increased by 15%. Myth is currently having their one block stream. Oh, for Minecraft. Yeah. I did see those little bits on like that they were premiering their live streams for it. Well, Calc, if you want to go watch some of the Minecraft one block from Myth, I'm not going to stop you, buddy. Sounds pretty good fun. This VOD will be here. Oh, aren't you a cutie? I appreciate the sentiment. But all I'm saying is that this VOD will be here. I'm not going to do anything outside of what I'd normally do. On Myth playing Minecraft could be pretty fun. Or let's meet in the middle. This one, primary weapon only. Then I'll call IRyS stream here. But then you can go watch Myth. Or make this the last one, and then you can go watch Myth. 2 birds, 1 stone. I think that sounds like a really good idea. I mean, this has been going on for long enough to consider it a good enough time. So yeah. Let's make this the last one, so that you can go watch Minecraft Myth. I think that's perfectly fair and acceptable. I'm very content with the notion. You finish your IRyS notes. Fair enough. Like I say, I've been loving your comments on it. I have been giving them thorough reads. And of course, as I said, I've liked and hearted them all, but I'll go through and pin them all and probably respond or whatever to them later down the line. Just so that once they're all done, I can just do it all. Definitely not just making up excuses for my own inabilities here or anything. Oh wait, that's exactly what I'm doing. Alright, you saw through me. Good job. It took so much time, people glad you got a testing out of the way. Fair enough. Right, I don't want the size up gem. I do not mean gem. It's because as mentioned, I finished up that Path of Exile run. The word gem's not even necessary for this game. Yeah, I don't want the size up stamp. Apologies, nomenclature issue. Brain issue? All of the above. Accept all my stamps. The pressure to fully test it would loom over you. It would be something that just earwigged in your head forever and ever. The guilt would be too much. That would leave you with a heavy heart. And that is why you always leave a note. Sorry, I was watching more Arrested Development earlier. I definitely think of all American shows that Arrested Development is now the one I quote the most. Or The Office. Very close. Actually, The Office might just take it. Eckwood's notes are holy shit. Really? Alright, well if there's anything that you don't know about Aqua, it's not information that anybody else would ever know and it's not worth knowing. Holy bejesus. That's not notes, that's called an essay. Wow. I say that in like an endearing way because that is impressive. Quite honestly. Mucho respecto. Yeah, this is definitely going to be the last one. The frame rate's going down. Writing being a worse subject. Ah, you're adverse to the writing part of things. In terms of creativity purposes. Because as you mentioned before that maths used to be your favourite subject, you and I are both far more numbers focused. In comparison to like writing and stuff. Yeah, I remember. You're like me in that sense. We are two birds of a feather that flock together. I too am bad with the writing. My worst one isn't English at all. My worst one actually was art. Back in year 9, so when I was hold on. Year 9 was age 13, so whatever you can equate whatever that would be. Age 12 to 13 was, yeah. So my art teacher, when it came to me choosing what I was doing for my GCSEs, my art teacher implored me not to take art as a subject. He outright said, "Henry, do not choose art as your GCSE choice." Fairly certain in Fairly certain, not quite these words, I'm fairly certain I said back to him something along the lines of fuck off, I wasn't going to take it anyway. So the feeling was mutual. I mean, he wasn't a particularly nice guy anyway. I mean, he'd got taken out of... He was that... If I say he was that one teacher in school who had to be escorted out by the police kind of situation, you know what I mean. You're really good at making a camo pattern for some reason. That's cool. What, like, digital or Flecktan? As I say, it wasn't. It's more. I don't look back on it in anger. I look back on it in humour. It isn't a sob story at all. I promise you. I didn't want to take it anyway. I'm crap at art. I'm the first to admit that. Right. So I was never taking it anyway. So I look back on it in humour. My art extends to being able to draw the alphabet law from memory. That's as far as my art goes. I can draw alphabet law unprompted at an okay standard. I mean, that's not saying very much, but you know, that gives you the rough idea. Oh, and I can kind of draw some Pokemon to an okay enough level. But that is not the type of artistic that I am. You're really? For a project in social studies? That sounds cool. To be fair, I quite like the quote-unquote basic camo pattern. One of my pairs of khakis / combats are just blue, and it's the default camo pattern. Which I can't remember what it's called. I want to say it's not Flecktan, because Flecktan's the one with loads of little flicks in it. You was very confused with yourself. You were like, how did you act? It's one of them, you tripped and accidentally fell and accidentally created a really good camo pattern. It happens to us all. Ah, leg cramp. Oh, nope, good. I hate getting leg cramp. You were saying about how you woke up the other night with loads of mini nightmares. The worst one is when you wake up with like leg cramp at like 2 AM. The best way to get rid of it, and unfortunately the best way to get rid of a cramp, is to push back resistance against the part of your body which is cramping. And that involves, while your leg is, or whatever is, super shaking, trying to get out of bed. Stand on your leg and apply as much pressure as possible for about like 5 seconds until it goes away, and then having to go back to sleep. They're the ones I hate. I don't know if that quite happens to you, Carrick, but that has happened to me quite a few times. It's not even an age thing. It's like I've had sort of leg cramps in the middle of the night quite often. But it's just one of the ones where you're like, sigh. Maybe I should have chosen Halu. This could have been over a lot quicker based on frame rate. So you could have gone and watched Myth Mining. Sooner. Oh god. That sounds like sleep paralysis. You literally can't, when you literally can't move your entire body at all. Yeah, I've talked about that in one of my earlier Ramblings of a Madman videos. Sleep paralysis. It's just a bastard in that calc. Like, there's nothing you can do because you literally can't. You try to pull like your arm to the side, or you try to move your neck, or just get yourself in a more comfortable position, and you literally can't. That 100% agree with you. That shit's the worst. It really is. And unfortunately, I've had exactly that quite often on my Happy Wheels. That's a side effect that I've noticed. Just it's not like I didn't used to have them at all, but I've certainly noticed an increase in frequency in the last year and a half. Yeah, it's not nice, like you say. It's something that is out of your control and you can't deal with. Oh yeah, when I say sleep paralysis demon, I do mean the demon is like a meme thing, when it's actually like a real serious issue. But it's just what people call it, the sleep paralysis demon. But yeah, that's like cramp all over your body. Yeah, that one's definitely nasty. Look at all them nice. So many explosions. Pekora stamp on IRyS is definitely insane, like you said earlier, which is very cool. It's information I may have to take with me when I try endless modes with IRyS for sure. When I eventually Gachikoi her. I think earlier I finally Gachikoi'd Mio. So eventually get round to Mio as well. I don't remember. As previously mentioned, most of my day's been spent watching back footage that I recorded a few days ago. I've done a couple bits in between or beforehand, but for the most part my memory's whitewashed from what I've done anything before like 11 o'clock today. Out of the boost of the bomb stamp, IRyS' awakened main weapon is not divided in the number of projectiles in the normal way. Ah, but is it done in favour of or against IRyS? I'm assuming based on the fact that you say IRyS has been nerfed a couple times, quite a few to the ground, but you know, not entirely to the ground. But I'm assuming that it's against her favour. In favour of her? No way. There goes my assumption. You know what they say when you assume. That's right, you make a dick of yourself. That's cool. So while she's been nerfed several times, at least she's still got that going for her. Until that's nerfed. ... Wow. Multiplied by 7/7. Nice. That's pretty favourable then. Excuse me. Apologies. Thing is, I'm yawning now, but I know I'll be up till about 3:30. Like I have been the last few nights. Ah well, we'll see. That's a me problem. Not a you problem though. As it were. Wait, oh, that's just a special coming back. I've leveled up everything already. More into the blast. No reason not to, really. Considering I've not made any collabs or anything. I mean, it was intentional, but I'm just pointing it out as an observation over anything else. Essentially not divided by extra projectile and projectile ups that will increase the denominator. Aha! That's cool. That makes perfect sense. Is that a fact for everyone with multi hits, like multi shots, like how Akyu throws 6 onigiri? Or is this specifically that the denominator changes with the projectiles on IRyS only? That sounds like that'd be everyone. But I had to make a observation on that as a comment. It does make sense though, because you've mentioned before as well about the fitness ring having a similar issue or a problem when you smith it, amongst other weapons. But hold on, IRyS is the only one that does it really weirdly. Oh, fair enough. But I've just had a thought. With the projectile ups, you're increasing the numerator anyway. So yeah, sure, the denominator might increase, but that would be expected when you've got the respective numerator in, right? Or when it comes to other weapon upgrades, does it just not factor the multi-shots numerator? I mean, it would be circumstantial anyway, because you could just take out multi-shot. Sorry, not multi-shot, you know what I mean, the stamp that does the thing and stuff. I suppose it's something that I could actively test at some... I could test the observation for myself at some point. But I know that you are the person with the expert power. It's the weapon itself. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Don't worry, there's not too long left. I imagine, accounting for game lag here, I imagine in 3 minutes time we'll be wrapped up, maybe 4. And there'll be time to watch Myth do Minecraft. Which would be good for you. I'm sure once I'm done here, I'll just go and review more footage, so I've chewed my way a little bit through. I still have 25 out of 28 videos to view after all. Luckily quite a few of them are kind of small near the end, but I'd still like to work my way through it properly. Be methodical with it. Man, this bomb stamp is just doing numbers. I mean, both physically and metaphysically. That's cool. That's good. Yeah, the way how you're putting the information across does make it sound like they've made that Kaya's unintentionally made IRyS's accounts rather strange. Also, is that 13,000? Good job, HoloCure. Yeah. More technical than it needs to be, I think was the words I was looking for. But then we've talked a bit about calculations earlier, about how so many different games have got so many different calculations and so many different things. Such is the way of it. Let's see here. Personally, I think the weakest part of IRyS's kit is her special. I don't think much of it. It doesn't give her invulnerability for the duration, it seems. I'm fairly certain I've been hit a couple times when I was using it earlier. It's okay AoE damage, but I don't think it's all that. I think it's one of the weaker parts of her kit, is all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's bad. I just think, in comparison, like the Nephilim beam is just whole other earth-shattering level, and then you've just got a mediocre special. Kind of makes me consider using the Hope soda can on her with the free critical hit damage or whatever. Yeah, I definitely feel like IRyS's strengths come from her base kit minus the special. That's a really good thought for when I'm doing Endless runs then. I should take the Hope soda can so I can get crit multi everywhere and just ignore the special entirely. It's like you say, it's pretty weak, and as I say, it gives minimal benefit. It just kind of does damage, but IRyS has got so much more in her kit that just does damage. So it literally doesn't matter. Okay, so I think that's where we'll leave IRyS Day. I'll get her up to Sketchakoi my turn. As you can see, I've been working back through, so who we can IRyS I'll catch up with. Next time I'll be playing as Akai Hato. I don't think I've played with her. I think I played with her for like a minute just to check her, but I haven't actually done much with her at all. So next time will be Hato. So yeah. For now, thanks as always, Calg. Hope you enjoy the Myth Minecraft stuff. And I will catch up with you soon. Thank you to everyone else as well who's stopped on by, and anyone that watches the VODs.